Episode 5 of Season 2 of The Bad Batch was a bit of another filler episode, but Kiner did one compositional trick in this episode that I've always personally really loved taking advantage of as a composer. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
The episode opens with very light music as Omega and Wrecker look for scrap.
I love a good junkyard.
But when we jump back to Sid's cantina, there's no music at all. This is in distinct contrast to last week's episode.
We know.
You are all quite late. Mistress Sid has been extremely vocal about her displeasure.
Well, there's a surprise.
Shuttle's waiting.
Maybe it'll be fun.
Works for me.
Could have been left at the junkyard.
Easy, quick draw. Let the expert take a look.
Instead of diegetic music, we get this very mysterious music eventually. Kiner is utilizing the natural minor or Aeolian mode here with a lowered seventh to create a little more mysticism as Genoa talks about treasure.
I was right. This is a compass.
And it's clear that Omega's childlike personality is obsessed with the idea of treasure, especially after the first 2 episodes of the season.
Treasures usually aren't found on maps.
There's treasure there?
I wonder if they're setting something larger up for this season with this repeating theme. Let me know what you think in the comments. As they hunt for the supposed treasure, faint string swells emerge and fall back, creating a veil of mystery. Kiner begins to hint here at a repeating progression that I'll talk a little bit more about later on. But for now, listen to how mysterious it feels in this moment.
Look, it's a secret entrance.
Oh, it is a secret entrance.
But as they solve the puzzle in the first room, the music gets bigger and bigger, more and more epic as choir and brass enters as well. Later, the mysterious music turns to woodwinds, a similar technique to what Williams did during Luke's time on Dagobah. Woodwind instruments have the most color of any instrument family, and they can give us a lot of different feelings, including the eeriness we hear in this case. But again, as they solve the second puzzle, we hear epic choral and brass music enter again, reflecting the epicness of this treasure hunt. The mystical music returns as they discover the heart of the mountain, and Kiner brings back one of my favorite little progressions in film music, which is this motion between chromatic mediant chords. Kiner starts with an F-sharp minor triad, and there's nothing too special here on its own, although the harp and flutes are definitely adding to the mystery of the music. But then he moves to the unrelated E-flat major chord. Now, in traditional harmony, these 2 chords have no business being placed next to each other. The E-flat major chord doesn't belong to F-sharp minor, and the closest we could compare these would be to call F-sharp a G-flat instead, since that's its enharmonic spelling on the keyboard. And if we think about a G-flat minor, E-flat would be the 6th scale degree. Except here, we've built a major triad off of it instead of the normal minor chord that it would have. So yeah, not related to each other or belonging together. So instead, we refer to these as chromatic mediant chords, which are chords built around the mediant scale degrees of 3 and 6, but are then chromatically altered in some way. This progression always insinuates less traditional chord progressions since it doesn't follow traditional harmonic rules. And so what does that do for us? It opens our imaginations to all of the other wonders and possibilities out there. It makes us believe in fairy tales, myths, and even in long-lost treasures. Then, as the stone is lifted, Kiner brings in a very low drone on A. Because we just heard the E-flat major chord which has a B-flat in it, the A sounds very striking on its own. Then we hear this really cool sound with a flutter tongue in the trumpets that then bends up a half step F to F sharp. Chromatic descents follow in the French horns as the group falls. And as the giant robotic doomsday giraffe thing comes to life, I don't know, so do the brass and percussion, reflecting the power of this massive machine. The mystical music returns briefly as Omega mentions the legend, reminding us of the adventure we went on.
The mountain, the legend was real.
Now that's the right attitude.
I get a little more musically technical in this episode, and it made me wonder if you all would be interested in this channel giving music theory lessons as well that teach everything about music from the basics on up. Let me know in the comments. I'd really be curious about the level of interest for something like this. But let me know what you thought of this episode as well. For me, it felt like there was a lot of build-up with a very disappointing climactic moment and very steep drop-off with little to no actual consequence. The machine had promise, and maybe I'm missing some reference to like the Rakatan Empire or something cool. Last time we had 2 episodes of the group, we then had the epic Crosshair and Cody episode. Do you think next week could be a repeat of that pattern? But I would love to know what you all think as well. Do you think we'll get more on this theme of Omega being obsessed with treasure as well?
Best treasures usually aren't found on maps.
There's treasure there?
Tell me in the comments below and let me know if I've missed anything. Consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away. And as always, may the be with you.